Mikaela Shiffrin's Olympic giant slalom ends without a medal, but she's full of optimism. At the 2026 Winter Olympics in Milan Cortina, held in the stunning Italian Alps, American alpine skiing superstar Mikaela Shiffrin took on the women's giant slalom GS on February 15, 2026, in Cortina d'Ampezzo. Despite finishing 11th and missing out on the podium, the most decorated skier in history emerged from the race with a renewed sense of progress and hope, particularly with her strongest event, the slalom, still ahead. The race unfolded on the Sunsplash to Fame course, a flatter and less technically demanding layout designed to promote safe, ultra-competitive racing. Italy's Federica Brignon dominated to claim gold, her second in 4 days, while Sweden's Sarah Hector and Norway's Thea Louise Janison shared silver in a tightly contested field. Shiffrin, starting with bib number 3, stood 7th after her first run, but dropped 4 spots in the second, finishing 0.92 seconds behind Brignon and just 0.3 seconds off the silver medalists. The razor-thin margins underscored the extraordinary depth in the discipline, with Shiffrin noting the gap between silver and 11th was far smaller than in her previous Olympics, 1.4 seconds in Pyeongchang 2018 and nearly 2 seconds in Beijing 2022. For Shiffrin, the result represented a significant step forward amid a challenging journey. She has not won an Olympic medal in the past 8 years across multiple events, and her GS form had been inconsistent since a serious crash in Killington in 2024 that punctured her abdomen and tested her confidence. That incident, followed by struggles in Beijing 2022, where she failed to medal at all, made simply reaching the start gate and completing both runs a personal victory. "I'm going to do this whole thing here," Shiffrin told herself at the start, reflecting her determination to commit fully despite lingering recovery challenges. Post-race, she expressed pride in her performance. "To be here now, like within touch of the fastest women, that's huge for me. So I'm proud of that." She highlighted the joy of pushing at high intensity. "It felt good to push, which was amazing. It felt really good to ski high intensity," and praised the competition's level. "That was like the greatest show of giant slalom skiing that we've had in a really long time. That's how high the competition level is, I think. That's a beautiful show of our sport on an Olympic stage." Shiffrin acknowledged the course's flatter nature may have limited opportunities to separate herself, but she viewed the tight margins as evidence of her upward trajectory. She has returned to the top 7 in the world in GS, and, while her last victory in the discipline came in late 2023, she sees this as part of a nonlinear path to regaining elite speed and fire. The optimism stems from her focus on the future. "The task ahead of me for the coming months, and in the coming years, is to try to bring that kind of intensity and fire, and to continue to work with the team to find those hundredths that it takes to actually win races." With the women's slalom, her signature event where she has dominated with 9 World Cup titles and 22 GS victories overall in her career, scheduled for Wednesday, Shiffrin remains poised for a potential breakthrough. As the greatest skier of her generation, with a record-breaking resume, Shiffrin's Olympic story continues to evolve. This 11th place finish wasn't a setback in her eyes. It was proof she's back in the fight, skiing with belief, and ready to chase more history on the biggest stage. The Alps still hold promise for the American icon,